I woke up this morning with a craving, a biscuit craving. Now, we had a food shopping delivery yesterday, and my fruit and this one packet of biscuit that I've ordered for the whole family, and that's why I did not feel too guilty about ordering it, because one packet to share with the whole family. But unfortunately, my fruit and the packet of biscuit did not arrive. Apparently, there's nothing in the shop. Anyway, the craving is still there. So I went into my pantry and I found some ingredients. So I'm going to make a 3-ingredient biscuit today. But you know me, I'm going to add other things to add some texture and flavor to it. But if you stick to the 3 ingredients only, the biscuit is still delicious. So keep watching and find out what are those 3 ingredients. Right, the 3 ingredients for making the simple, easy biscuit is 200 grams of butter, 100 grams of caster sugar, and 300 grams of self-raising flour. That's the 3 ingredients for the biscuit recipe. But now, knowing myself, I'm going to add something else to give it an extra taste and to give it some texture. So I'm adding a 1/4 cup of raisins, 1/4 cup of cherries, and I'm going to add 1/4 cup of coconut. I'm going to add that to the biscuit dough. And I'm going to decorate it with some of the cherries that I've cut up, only on some of the biscuits. Okay, so these are the ingredients for the recipe. Now remember, you don't have to add any of these. You just really need the basic biscuit dough ingredients. But if you want to add anything, you can add caramel fudge pieces, chocolate chip pieces, anything that you can grate, lemon rind, orange rind in there, whatever you want, add it. Whatever your taste is, add that in. Right, I'm preheating my oven on 180 degrees. I've lightly buttered my baking tray, and now I'm going to start with my biscuit dough. So in here's my butter. You can do this with a fork, with a hand whisk. I'm going to use the electric whisk. So I've just softened that a bit. Add my sugar. Beat that together until it's creamy. Flour, not all at once. I'm going to add the other ingredients before I come back to the flour. That was the coconut earlier, and now the cherries and raisins. Remember, you don't have to add this. I have it in my pantry, so I'm using it, and I like the flavor. some more of the flour. I might not need all the flour, so I'm adding it slowly. Of the flour. I'm going to bring the dough together with my hand. Don't want to waste any of this. So I'm just going to bring it all together into a nice ball. Okay, so it's all in a nice ball, and now I'm going to make little balls. I'll show you that in the next step. Right, now I'm going to take some of the dough, roll it in a ball, put it down. Remember to leave a space between each one. And I've got my fork in a bowl of water. So I just take my fork, press it out. Because if you don't have it in water, the fork will stick to the biscuit dough. So I'm just going to make a couple of balls, press it out. Now you can make big biscuits, small biscuits, depending on how many visitors you have or how many you want to eat. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to continue with this and I'll be right back. Right, so here's the biscuits. I rolled it into a ball and then I pressed it out with my fork. On some of them I put a piece of cherry. You don't have to do that. It's just for decoration. And now I'm going to put it in the oven, the preheated oven, for about between 12 to 15 minutes. But keep on checking just until it's light brown, pale brown, and then it should be ready. Once you've taken it out, leave it to cool completely, and then it's ready to eat. So that's just going in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. But as I say, every oven varies, so you keep an eye on the biscuits until it is pale brown. Right, here are the biscuits. Oops, it's too hot to hold. Let me show you. It was only in for 7 minutes, but I think it's because the oven was preheated. It went a bit quicker, so I'm going to let that cool down while I put in the next batch. It's still soft, but when it cools down, it turns hard. So I'm going to put in my next batch. I'm going to experiment with the idea of putting some apricot jam on the top. I don't know if it's going to work, but hey, it's only us eating it, so it's a good time to experiment. It might run, I don't know. I think that's too much, but if it works, it will be another flavor, another delicious flavor to add to your biscuits. I'm not going to do it on all just in case it doesn't work. So yeah, remember that one was just in for 7 minutes, so I'm going to keep my eye on this one and come back in 5 minutes and just see, especially with this jam on top. Right, there's the last batch. The apricot jam wasn't too bad. I'd like to know what it tastes like. I'll let you know in the description below or in the comments. but this batch made about 34 fairly big biscuits. So go ahead, try it and enjoy it. If you like the recipe, give me a thumbs up, subscribe and share it with your friends and family. Easy recipe. You can make this while your visitors are sitting there having a chat with you. Enjoy. Bye bye.